Okay, today is Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. It's a meeting of the Berlin Board of Health being conducted via Zoom. Anybody that wishes to speak will be heard. The meeting is being recorded, so things can be viewed after the fact as well. And with that, we will begin. Discussion. Bellevue Road. I have no new information. The attorneys haven't gotten back to me. They said they would call once they had word, but I don't have high level of confidence with that, so I shall be pursuing them by phone starting tomorrow to see what I can find out, or I will contact the next of kin in this situation as well.
Very good.
You haven't heard anything, Bill, have you?
Nothing new on my end, nope.
Okay, all right. Well, so much for that. 97 Boylston Road.
I stopped 3 times, Paul, and Carl. Yes, he's been in New Hampshire. He doesn't have cows now, so I haven't been able to catch up with him, but he's been up at his palace up in New Hampshire, but I was gonna check again with him, see what the deal is, but
Yeah, maybe call him and leave a message. Tell him to get
Yeah.
back in touch with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, at some point we may just choose to send a letter as we've done to a couple other folks, but I guess we can continue to reach out to them. We'll put it on for next meeting and see where we're at.
Yeah, one more meeting. Let's see if we can make some personal contact
Okay.
first
Yep.
before we
Alright.
go to the letter route.
definitely.
Okay, 39 Walnut Street, and we have Kate Hendrick.
And there she
Hello.
is.
Kate,
I'm here this time. Yes, I apologize. I wrote the date wrong and Bill reminded me, so I am here. I have been going through the list of installers I obtained from Annette and Bill's office. I am waiting for 2 quotes right now. One quote, he might not have availability till the spring, but the 2 gentlemen I spoke with today said they're about a month out, and just going to get their numbers and keep pounding the pavement. But I really hope that things look good with these guys, because it sounded very hopeful, actually.
yeah, it would be nice to get this resolved before we get into the new year. I mean, we still have plenty of good weather ahead of us, so.
Yeah, and it's
Oh.
dry.
Very
So
dry.
Boy, is it dry. Oh.
Agreed, yes. So I don't think they're gonna take the first gentleman I spoke about. I met with him right after our last meeting, so that was like 3+ weeks ago, and I keep reminding him I have not got a quote, so that doesn't sit that well with me. But these
Right.
guys today, I had to make a new plan for them, and they'll
Right.
have that tomorrow. So I hope to be crunching some numbers next week with them, especially if they're looking to start in about a month. So that would be really good news. So
As soon as you have some sort of firm input, would you please contact the Board of Health office and let us know?
I would love to. Yeah.
Rather than wait till another meeting, you know, if it happens on a Thursday or Friday or whatever, just call, leave a message. Donna may be there, Bill may be there, but we'll get the message. So just keep us
Perfect.
informed, that's all.
Appreciate that.
Okay,
All right, kiddo.
Okay.
all right,
Thank you.
thank you, Kate.
All right. Good night. Thanks.
All
Good
right.
night.
1 Whitney Road, DEP site visit. Bill and I accompanied Sean, I believe it was.
Yeah,
from
Sean
DEP.
Nugent, yep.
And we got a tour of the place, an explanation of things. The manager there was, rightfully a little concerned because this is new territory for him. He was afraid some door would slam on him or whatever, but,
Right.
it's a process and, DEP, Sean's bringing the information back to his boss and they're gonna look at it and they will respond to the Autism Center as well as I am sure they will, get back to us, at the Board of Health and probably via Bill.
Yeah, I haven't
You have
seen
anything
anything
to
yet, but
add
I'll
to
let you
that,
know when I
Bill?
do.
Bill, anything to add to that?
No, just I haven't seen anything yet, but I'll let you know when I'm sure we'll be copied on whatever they send to
Right,
the
yep.
behavior center.
Same
Yep.
here, same here. South Street upgrade status.
Yeah, that was a lot peeled off and the existing house failed and we sent them a letter, saying
Oh,
it had
okay,
to be
yes.
upgraded. The owner apparently sent us a letter back in 2003, but we never got it. So she did give us that letter again. I probably should have. It's got some personal info in it, so maybe I'll leave a copy at the Board of Health desk and take a peek at it. But she's, not in position to do anything with her system, so I don't know how you want to handle that. She's an elderly woman.
Say that last part. What about the system?
The system failed a Title V inspection. You do a Title V inspection when you split a new lot off of an existing house lot. So we sent the usual 2-year letter, and now that 2-year letter has gone by. But we have asked, I'm sorry, that 2-year window has gone by, but we have asked for kind of an update or a status. She gave us her side of the story, so, the board can certainly respond to that letter, ask for some type of time frame.
Right. Now, is this a Nita Wheeler or down there at lower
Nope.
south? No? I'm not sure.
Bill,
No,
what was this
it's,
from? My internet froze again. But what's the address on this one?
244 South.
Oh, thank you.
That's not the,
wasn't it the land, the nephew?
Yep.
The nephew built a house
Oh.
on some land that was peeled off from his
Yep.
aunt.
yeah, yes, yes, exactly, Bill. Paul.
I would like to think there was some monetary transaction that would
Yeah.
help the aunt upgrade her system back to where it needs to be, but that's their personal business.
Yeah, that's the one up on the hill there, on the
Correct.
left, Billy.
Yep.
So, I'll do, I'll email the letter to the board. That way you could review it before next meeting. We can decide what type of response we want to write.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Certainly does.
Okay, I'll probably get to that Thursday.
Okay.
And while we're on discussion, just a couple quick things. You saw the email about the DEP request for landfill site visit this Thursday
This
afternoon.
Thursday, yeah.
Didn't give a
Yeah.
time, but so I don't know if you want to reach out to that woman from DEP. And then Homewood Suites, Paul, I spoke to the manager, the woman we met with that Friday the 13th. That was her last day. So when I called looking for her today, they said she's no longer with the hotel.
Oh, really?
So I spoke to an interim manager. And he's going to get back to me with some days and times over the next week or two, and I'll touch base with you to see what'll work.
Oh, gosh. Well, I can't imagine that that's a very high-paying position.
Ooh, oh, that was,
So, what's going on, do you know?
yeah,
It's said pinch out for bigger plan.
171 Randall.
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
That's what's on the screen. Okay,
Yeah, now I'm just trying to figure out how to, oh, there's my, come on, stop. I gotta show somebody how to do this. Yeah, it was next on the list. I was just, I
there,
can still
Right.
see your faces.
yeah, I
There
can-
we go.
We can see you and I can see a plan.
yeah,
Yeah, so Those just a couple new things. I'll keep you posted, Paul, on the Homewood Suites.
Okay, okay. Is this the new house that's near you, Sue, on the opposite side of the street?
No,
It's the
This
same
is-
side.
Oh,
That's the
same
same
side.
side, yeah.
it
He
looks
gets
like at the end of the Virgint property, they're making a new lot.
Yeah, next to Peter Hoffman.
Right,
Yeah, between Peter and Vigent there, or the new owner, yeah.
yep,
Yeah, this is
it was
Vigent
broke up.
subdivided this lot off of 161 Randall was the existing house. This will be 171 Randall. So it's a straightforward plan. It's a very long uphill pump, which, you know, obviously the pump's designed to handle that. It's just about at the 400-foot max, but it doesn't need the variance because it doesn't exceed that. But it is a simple pipe and stone bed, 4-bedroom home, 1,500-gallon tank, and 1,000-gallon pump chamber. So variance free.
And they're gonna have to pump it how far?
It's just a little bit under 400 feet. Up
Wow.
in these the head difference is well, what do we got? Like what's that, 400 near the pump chamber? I'm just trying to get an idea of the elevation difference.
Right,
Let me take a look, I can tell you.
well, 450 to let's see,
Yeah, 450, and the D box is 513.
yeah, she's a good pump, yeah.
So that's that'll give you an idea of what they're doing there for a pump. In fact, I think the plan must spec
Do they have different capacity power pumps for those, Bill?
this is a 1.5 horse. This is a big pump.
Yeah,
Most applications you see like a 4/10 or a half. This is a horse and a half, so it's a big
Oh,
pump.
wow, okay.
Yep. Because you got to
Wow.
fight that head difference and the friction over that run.
and who did this plan, Billy? Just for the heck of it?
Bob Parente.
Oh, okay, yeah, Parente. Yeah, all right. Well, if you're
Yeah,
happy, I'm happy.
Interesting to see how long that pump lasts.
Well, yeah, someone wondered how much electricity it would use too. Probably,
Oh, yeah.
probably good amount.
How many bedrooms?
I
is
think
it?
I'd meter it separately. and-
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
yeah, it's 4 bedrooms.
4 bedroom, yeah, I see it now. Huh. Well, yeah, they broke them out years ago, yeah, those, when they busted up that area, that land.
So if the board's good with that plan, I'll draft a permit and sign it for the board.
okay.
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 Oh, sorry. That was a cat. Sorry about that. Yeah,
I'm all set with it, Billy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so next we have 76 Randall. Hopefully, I think, Sue, you have a plan for that?
I don't think I got one.
Oh, he assured me he was sending it over.
Hmm.
But
That's
it's
the one across the street, right, Billy? One of them?
no, this is 76 Randall Hauser. It's kind of the closer to Highland Street. Used to be Gib Door's house.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw a for sale sign in front of that, as a matter of fact, yeah.
Not for sale.
No?
They're
Huh.
doing a
Give to it, yeah.
you're gonna see a lot of these now, I think. The ADUs, they're doing there's
yeah.
a detached garage or barn that had an office previously approved in it. So he's proposing a 1-bedroom unit. So they're gonna do a 4-bedroom deed restriction on the property, so the house will be 3, unit will be 1, for a total of 4. And the permit itself is just for a 2-compartment septic tank and new pump chamber to pump to the existing leach area.
And it has been Title V, right, Billy, or whatever?
I don't know that it's been Title V. They're not proposing an increase in flow. If the board wants a Title V, we can certainly ask for it. But it's not a sale and it's not an increase in flow.
Right, okay.
I think this is the correct.
That's it. Yep,
Oh,
so
yeah.
in the area there where you see the new tank and new pump chamber is an existing tank and pump chamber. I
Yeah,
think it's 1,000-gallon tank and a round pump chamber, probably of a much smaller volume. So the plan is
Oh,
to
yeah.
install a 1,500 two-compartment tank, which meets the requirements for the 2 units, and a 1,000-gallon pump chamber after that, and that'll pump to the existing leaching area.
Okay. And that's pretty much variance. I mean, it's not a big deal, right? Just replacing the tank, right, Billy, to
Well,
upgrade?
they're doing a kind of a well, I guess that they need the tank to have the 2 units, so they're doing the
Oh,
pump
right,
chamber
right.
also just due to the age of the components.
Yep. That's a
Well,
good thing.
this brings up a question or subject matter, Bill. I'm wondering if, well, let me ask the question. You know, you're dealing a couple other communities. I'm presuming they deal with deed restrictions just like we do.
Absolutely. Yep.
And do any of them handle deed restrictions differently in terms of, oh, verifying that the deed restriction is being honored?
Nope. Nope.
No?
No
Okay.
hand holding. It's really on the owner's, it's the owner's responsibility. It's in the deed. Shall not be used for greater than 4. If they do, you know, they could be risking premature failure. But again, we do the room count. We verify the room layouts.
Well,
That's,
ultimately, the risk is on the owner. If they want
yes.
to abuse it, then you know, they're playing
Nope.
roulette with their own money, I
Correct.
guess.
It's like any other single family home. If someone's using a 3-bedroom as a 4, you know, it's at
Right.
their own risk. It's
Right.
just not in the deed.
Yeah.
The reason this deed notice is needed because when you look at the total number of rooms, the definition would call it, I think there would be 10 rooms total. We went through the, actually, I went through
Okay,
the room
yeah.
count with the owner. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, let me just see,
You see a clean out detail schematic there.
yeah, so basically, the existing house is 7 rooms total. And the proposed detached unit is gonna have 3. So that brings us to 10 rooms. So by definition, that would be 5 bedrooms. But what they're
Right.
doing is putting a 4-bedroom deed restriction on the property so they don't have to upgrade to 5, because that's not their
Okay.
intention.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it, Billy, as long as we're all set. with
No.
it, Yeah.
Nope, so the
Yeah, well-
2-compartment tank covers the 2 units and the deed restriction covers the number of rooms. Yep.
Number of rooms. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, we got a few minutes before our hearing.
We do.
How about the Title V inspection reports?
Yeah, I've only got 2 of the 3. I put 56 Carter on there because I have been talking to people about that, but I haven't seen it yet. 95 Coburn Road is a pass,
Okay,
and 3 Richard Drive is a fail. So that'll get the standard 2-year letter. Gonna have to have a COC for a new system by August 27th of 2026.
3 Richard Drive. Bobby, you know where that is?
the second one up above, well, Brant Taylor, you got the new
Oh,
road you
okay,
put in.
okay, up
But
off
yeah,
of Barnes
Rich-
Hill, all right.
Yeah, Richards Drive is the next one up, Paul. That was the original, Richard Brandt,
Right,
Mr.
yeah.
Brandt started that,
Okay,
it's
yeah, I
the-
got it,
the old road, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and this is the first house in on the right when you pull into Richard off of Barnes Hill. Yep.
Okay, on miscellaneous, I've talked to Stan, I'm gonna contact BP Trucking. This has to do with the transfer station bill, so.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to set BP up to contact Stan and send out a service guy to service at least our 2 trash compactors because they haven't been serviced. Stan would like to know how it's done and what's involved, and he's willing to be there and work with the guy, which I think is absolutely terrific. We need somebody that has some
Right.
idea because, I mean, years ago we bought an electric grease gun and all that, and I'm not
Don't know if
sure
that,
how much
don't
it's
even know.
been used.
Yeah, there you
Um,
go.
and
Is-
you know, it'll be a little bit of a tutorial, which will be helpful to have Stan on site. So if he'll have a better idea of sensing if something is running amok with the units. Now, we actually have 4 compactors down there, 3 of which belong to the town. I'm going to talk to Stan, but I believe the best approach is to focus, because I don't know how long the service on one of these is going to take. I'm going to assume they can do at least 2 in a day, so I would
Yeah.
focus on the 2 trash compactors. The other 2 would be the plastics, which I don't know that, I mean, it gets used, but it's not under a high pressure sort of situation. It's kind of a light duty thing.
Yeah.
And the more interesting conversation will be the cardboard one because we don't own that. BP owns that and provides it. But
Oh, right.
if that went down, we would be in a world of hurt because we really process a lot of cardboard. So, and with that in mind, we need new pricing from BP beginning this coming January. And I would like to get them to include in their pricing that cardboard compactor is one of the things they provide us with for no fee. We may get some pushback. Or, you know, the other thing they can do is just roll in some extra money on other avenues to cover the cost of that unit. It's an old and it's a tired unit, but
It works.
unlike dinosaurs, compactors just keep going. They're simple
We-
machines
Yeah. kept it-
fundamentally.
Yeah.
But as I say, they're all 4 of the ones we have are important to the operation down there.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to have a conversation with BP, particularly about the cardboard one, but about the others as well and getting them serviced. Sue, I will. He did give me an approximately hour cost some time ago, which I do not remember. But my guesstimate is to get a couple of these things serviced, we may be somewhere around $1,000-1,200.
Okay,
But I will keep you informed on that.
Right. I
Um,
think it's a good thing we roll it into the budget somehow, Paul, that, that we get them serviced at least once good a year by them.
Right.
And-
Well, this coming year, we'll roll it into the budget. Right now, we got to deal with the budget we
Oh.
have. We can't roll it
I
into
know.
this year's one.
I hear you.
And let's see. I've talked to Highway and I've talked to Kevin Pond, who's doing work off. Gave him a heads up, maybe do some weed whacking and some line painting, and Highway will provide us with their stencils and so forth. And
Yeah.
they have some paint that dries almost instantly, I guess. So I'm going to talk to Stan, but I'm going to let Stan and Kevin work that out. Yes, Sue.
capital planning budget, their request, they're asking, they're due. wanted to bring this up.
Wasn't that nice of you?
Well, hey, after May of next year, I won't care. But you guys
Yeah.
might, you know?
We'll see about that. Have you ever heard of thumb screws?
You're gonna get me down to the Board of Health and chain me there?
Well, you know, it's a
duct
small
tape you
town.
up.
A lot of things can happen behind, it's just, stay tuned.
I could be had. Senior work-off program.
Oh,
After I leave,
we still have 2 minutes before hearing. One other topic is the composters.
Oh, yeah.
What are we gonna do? We've got a bunch. We, paid for them at a much higher rate than previously because of the cost of materials. And they are not moving at $70. And the question is, how much do we want to cut it? I mean, I think to move them, we're gonna have to take a loss. And as Stan pointed out, getting them out to residents may help reduce some amount of waste, particularly kitchen scraps and garbage that we might be handling right now. So there's a trade-off that cannot be calculated, certainly. But there is at least a subtle benefit to getting them out in the field.
so how about we put a sign and say a sale, instead of $70, we charge 60.
Yeah, that's knocking off how many percent?
If we
It
have
might make-
20, and you're taking 10, that's a $200 loss. I can handle that.
Mhm.
How much more do you want to sell them for?
I don't know, I'm the Spags generation.
I'm not giving them away.
I'm not saying giving them away. I was thinking 50, maybe 55. 60 is, it's kind of nominal. We can certainly try it. What concerns me is moving forward with this. If we hang it out for 60 and they don't move, and then we hang it out again for another price, does that send a message that we're kind of desperate and people are gonna want to beat us up even more?
Do a,
There's a strategy here, I think.
do a fall special.
Yeah.
$57.
How much?
57.
57. We
And
can give that
people
a
are-
try.
People are picking up leaves then, so they might go quicker, if you.
I'm good to go, give that a shot.
All right.
Okay.
57.
Yep.
55.7, correct?
Okay, I'll make some signs.
Okay. And make sure you say fall special.
Fall
Yeah.
special, yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Get them while they last.
That's
Get
right.
them while they're hot.
Okay, Dan is here. It is 7:30.
Okay,
And Dan will sit.
it is time for our variance upgrade hearing for 36 West Street. Evening, Dan Wolf.
Good evening.
Again.
All ready to hear my story, are you?
We are.
I am,
All right.
and I'm ready to share the screen.
Okay, that would be great.
I think I can do that.
Well, as she brings that up on the screen, I'll just mention that this is for an upgrade at 36 West Street. And we've got an existing 4-bedroom house there. And they had been working with this board, a number of years ago. And part of what the board asked them to do is do the testing for an upgrade should this main house ever need an upgrade. And here we are needing an upgrade. So the testing that was done out back behind the house is what we're utilizing for the leaching area. And we've got the sewer line coming out the south side of the house there on the left to a new septic tank and a pump chamber. And then there's a force main that rings around the house, around the pool, and up to the back there where the leaching area is. The only variance that we're asking for tonight is that being that this is an upgrade, we don't have a reserve area laid out as you would for new construction. But your regulation 3N, I believe it is, asks for a reserve area, and that is not present here. Other things that we've done on this property, just to keep you up with other boards, is the septic tank and pump chamber are right at the 100-foot buffer zone line. And they are within the riverfront zone to the perennial stream across the street. So we have been to the Conservation Commission, and they have, we filed with them a request for determination, and they made a negative determination, meaning that we don't need to move further into any permitting process. They're fine with what we're doing.
Oh, okay, good.
Now, is this the Larson property?
Yep.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And
Now, this line goes around the existing pool. I was under the impression that they were taking the pool down because it was,
Honestly, Paul, that may be the case. I don't know anything about the pool. I just drew this so that it wasn't a requirement to get this construction of the new system put in.
okay.
So whether they take the pool down before or after doesn't matter.
existing pad. Oh, the pad
There, the four,
must-
you said it's 4 bedrooms, is it 3 bedrooms in the house and 1 little ancillary studio apartment, do you know?
No, if you look at the plan, the little studio apartment is labeled there as existing house 36A. And that has its own septic system. If you scroll the plan down just a bit, you'll see a septic tank and a leaching trench.
Right,
No.
okay.
Go the other direction, go up on the page. There we
Well,
go.
Make up your mind.
So see that it says exist, oh,
Yeah.
we missed it again. So right there is a single trench that services that 1 bedroom in the apartment.
Right, that's
And-
above
and-
the garage.
Correct, and there are truly 4 bedrooms in the main house, so we are upgrading the main house.
Okay, okay.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize it was, I didn't realize it was a separate septic system there, which is good.
Yeah, that was done, what was that, Bill? Maybe 12, 14 years ago? I have to
No.
admit.
I'm
I
gonna
forgot the
say it was
file
in
in
that
my
range,
office.
Dan. Yeah, I sort of remember that one myself.
2010.
Okay, so 14 years
Yep.
ago.
Yeah, right about when, yeah, I remember we had them put a tank in, but I wasn't sure about any trenches or anything, but yeah.
That
No,
was about the time they split off the lots, I believe, in the back.
Probably
Yeah.
so, yes.
Yep.
so the system's actually going up back, not down by the road, huh, Dan?
Yeah, down by the road is an area within the 100-foot buffer zone of the wetlands, which are across the
right.
street.
Right.
And the
Mike.
well.
Not much room there either.
Right, and
No,
the well is down in front.
Yeah, and there's a drain there too, I think, or whatever, yeah, yeah. I don't have an issue with it, everybody else is, I don't know.
So
I'm
the only variance is lack of a reserve area in this.
That's right.
Okay,
I'm ready to make a motion if you guys are ready.
go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve the requested variance for 36 West Street.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor, we'll do a roll call, please. Sue,
Aye.
Bobby,
I,
and myself, I as well. So
Great, well, thank you very much.
variance is
appreciate it.
accepted and they can proceed with this.
All right, thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, Dan, have a good night.
Good
You
night.
too.
I saw an email where they want to walk around the, down at the transfer station, Paul, out on the old property there to find the test wells.
Yeah, Bill mentioned that earlier, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know where they're getting.
Supposedly there are some monitoring wells. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about them. They show on a plan. I don't know who did the plan or
Oh,
what
good.
year or anything else.
Well, I'm glad we have a plan, but
Well,
We
the
got
other
a
thing
lot of-
is these monitoring wells, they could be looking for a needle in a haystack, because if they're there, they've got to be close to 40 years old. So they could be a little overgrown.
yeah, exactly. I don't know, Dennis may know where they are.
No, he
Jimmy
doesn't.
Munyon,
Denny doesn't, because Denny and I walked it with the DEP person several
Yeah.
weeks ago.
yeah. Well, if there's a plan, maybe we can find them with a metal detector or something, who knows?
Well, that'll be up to DEP.
Yeah,
If they don't find them, I imagine we may get a request to put some in.
whatever, yeah. I know we got a
That's-
lot,
That's an unknown.
nice clean fill from Walmart in Northborough when they were building that to cap it, so it's got a nice cap, you know?
Yeah, but it's not DEP legal.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't know.
Well, I can tell you it isn't, so.
Yeah.
But, that, it was never an industrial landfill, so, and
No,
there hasn't been really much of any settling or depressions. I mean,
right,
as far as small landfills go, I think we have one that's in really pretty decent shape, but I would just like to move the dial so that we can put that land to use for solar and get some
Yep.
revenue. But
There you go.
we're gonna have to see what DEP requires, that's all.
right.
All right, anybody have anything else that's new, different, or otherwise requires discussion?
Capital planning? Did you? Well, that look on your face, Susan, just go away.
Well, capital planning, do we want to refer to the building assessment that the town hired those people to come in and it was several hundreds of thousands of dollars to improve our transfer station. I will take a look at that again, and I'll also talk to Fred. There are some things, crack sealing and all that, which,
Yeah.
I don't know, highway may be able to take on. Fred's wrestling with town offices relative to, can he order it by the gallon, or does it have to be by the foot, the estimate? I mean, there's some crazy stuff there.
Yeah. Right. We'll have to
But
get some,
he's prepared to move on that, and our operators building would be really nice to replace, but that, even as small as it is, that's a major project because of all the wiring. There's a lot
Yeah.
of conduit, and to make that building go away, you gotta disconnect everything and put a new building in and then reconnect it, and what do we do in the meantime? So
right. We have I don't know if they're ever gonna use the highway one down next to the salt shed, the metal building they put down there, Paul, or if that would be have to be.
say
moved
what?
The building they put next to the salt shed years ago down back on my house here, there's a metal building they put up there. I didn't know what their plans were, because they were gonna try to consolidate up to the, the big highway behind everything. So I don't know. Might be something to speak to Fred about. It was just,
I'm not following you. What about the metal building?
well, it's just to the right. I said it might be able to be worked into, a building down at the transfer station, a bigger building, for.
But we have to replace the building we have pretty much in the location it is.
Oh,
How do you-
I really,
How do you do that?
I know.
that's involved.
And
that's-
not be down for too long, right, yeah.
You know, you gotta make one go away and then you gotta magically make another one appear and somehow maintain operations down there. You know,
Mhm.
it's a logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Yes, sir.
impossible, but, that would
insightful.
be, that would put capital planning, into a brain cramp, I think. But we will look into it. I mean,
I was
it is
just
that time of year for capital planning, so, I will also talk with, Stan and, get his thoughts and, we'll come up with something, Sue. Just
Okay.
don't, you know, faint when I give it to you.
Ah. Okay, Paul, it's my last year.
Sue?
Please. We'll keep you here.
All right, anything else, folks?
No, I'll
Nope.
make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all right, and before I third it, Bill, you just keep me posted on the Homeward Suites thing.
Will do.
Okay, very good. We can
Good
consider
night,
this meeting
everyone.
adjourned.
Good night.